Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Building a Model and Chatting. I am Taco. It is great to have you today. We are continuing on with ZhaoYun or ZhaoYun, one of the two, something like that. And we are currently on what is normally called the waist, but they like to call it the crotch unit. Oh, and it's inverted, so you can't see. For some reason, my camera is flipped and I'm not going to mess with it because it's working. So, anyways, that's we've got the head and chest here. It's a very cool looking. I really like the dragoon style head. It's got like a hat or a dragon skull look to it. I like that. So, and then we've got the two side pieces we're working on now, and this was the front that we got done recently. And so that's where we're at. And I think we're getting close to being done with the side ones. I don't know. We'll see. All right. We need J2 and E2. Here's E2. Hey, Brian. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. I've been building Lizard for my personal build, and I am burning through that kit way too fast. All I've got left are like the weapons. Insane. It's a good kit. I mean, it reminds me of like the Sazabi. So it's very like it's an odd fit is the best way I probably would say it. Is these two. But overall, it looks cool. Was debating painting it, but it's such a pain to put together that and it would be a giant pain to like take apart. So I don't think I'm gonna paint that one. I think that's just gonna be a solo, uh, a build and done. I am burning way through kits way too fast. I mean, when I was sick, all I could really feel like doing was kits in bed. So I got a lot, I got a lot done there. And I'm excited because the full armor Gundam is probably going to be one of my last. Is going to be my last full acrylic paint job. I'm switching over to to what's it called? It's like right into this piece. Switching over to lacquers. We got my new booth coming, and I ordered some paints, not many. Ordered some mixing bottles so that I can just pre-mix everything. But I found out I had to order a bunch more leveling thinner because apparently they want like 2 to 1, 2 parts thinner to 1 part paint. And so each of the paints is 50 milliliters. So you're looking at 100 milliliters per paint. And so each ball is 400. So that's 4 paints. And I think I got 10. So I need 3 of the bottles of it. I have 1 bottle so far. But I'm looking forward to switching over to lacquers because it's a superior look. And it's more durable. just way easier to work with. Hello, Robert. Great to see you. I think you've commented on a couple of my shorts. I don't know if I've seen you in chat for a live stream, so welcome. If I haven't seen you here before, sorry if I have. I forget a lot of people's names, but it's great to see you, sir. Hoping you're having a good day. I remember talking about this kit. Yes, or the last time I was building it, saying how it doesn't like to be sanded very well. You have to. Oh, you've been in before. You know, I thought so. I wasn't sure. Either way, it's great to have you. But yeah, like these razors do like nothing. It's just a thick plastic. It's, I mean, it's a good, like sturdy plastic. It's just, I find it's not that great for sanding. All right. So this looks like that, followed by that. It's a fancy, it's a massive side skirt. I mean, I think I even used this nippers more than my single blade, just because it cuts better through this thick plastic. So I think the kit I'm going to do after this. Hey, John, great to see you. Well, thank you for the like, Robert. It always helps if everyone can hit that like button for me. What was I going to say? Oh, the next kit after this one. Yeah, I saw the Thunder is in back in the championship. I don't really follow basketball that much other than the Bucks while they're in the playoffs. It does sound like Giannis is staying within Milwaukee, so that's a good thing. But the next one, I believe, is going to be the perfect grade Banshee Final Battle edition from P Bandai. Because we're just going to do some big kits. I'm not a big fan of brown on like gun or mech kits, but I've seen it work. I did see the pics of uh, of it being on Gaahleri Eclipse and some of the early painting. I am currently trying to get as much of the full armor Gundam on clips right now. It's just so many parts. And I'm hoping that I'll have enough paint for the whole thing. But I decided on it's the Gundam colors, the red and blue, but with the gold, it actually looks more like a Victory Gundam type color scheme. I like the look of Zoids. I think they're pretty cool. I would like to do a kit from Zoids eventually. One thing I've kind of learned from this channel though is taking this junk out of there is third party kits or even like other like proprieties, like I did Voltron, all these like border nuclear kits, they tend not to do well for some reason. And so I'm kind of trying to stay with Gundam. This was kind of a special decision because sorry, trying to think and cut at the same time. Apparently I can't do that because this is one I had talked about for so long. And right now Zoids is so expensive because they're Kotobukiya kits, and Kotobukiya has decided, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but the company that designs and makes them, they've decided to pass all the tariffs and maybe even a little bit more onto the consumer. So, or onto the retailer, which they then have to, or then the retailer is passing it on to us. So those kits are going to be skyrocketing in price. Like I'll be able to get 2 mid-range, well, not maybe low to mid-range master grade kits for the price of one Zoid kit. And they don't look like they're that hard to put. Well, not hard, but trying to think of the word. They don't look like they have much to them to put together. Sugar, how you doing? Great to see you as always, Sugar. You always stop in and say hi. I always appreciate that. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. But yeah, the full armor Gundam, I burnt through that it went a lot faster than I thought. The shields were kind of tedious. Like the whole back unit was kind of tedious, but other than that, it went pretty smooth. I can't stand the plastic sleeves. Like absolutely cannot stand the plastic sleeves. That's still D4. I want D3. Also, a minor annoyance. I'm still waiting on the part from Bandai for the Psycho Zaku that I lost during the one stream we did. The one like 20-minute stream I did. I couldn't go any further because I lost that part. And I'm still waiting on it. It's been approved and it'll send to, they have like a distributor here that does it. But because of all the tariffs or whatever and issues, they everything seems to be delayed, and so I'm just waiting on it. And I might just try to resin cast it because it's the same part on the other side, and so I could just make a quick mold and resin it. I've never done that before, but I'm thinking about it. Knights and Magic has a Centaur type mix. I would look into it. It's just, as I said, it seems like if I want eyes on the channel, it's got to be Gundam. It's real weird like that. And it's like even with the Gundam, like Seed is the most popular. But I believe Banshee will do pretty good. All right. This. Let's do like that. And then this goes like so. Yeah. All right, let's back you out a little bit here. Because it wants that part in. Looks like that part doesn't want to go in. Of course, that would fall out. Okay. Okay, let's see here. It does not want to go in there. There it goes. Ooh, I did not like having to force that in there. Not my cup of tea. So we'll see how far we get on this waist or crotch unit, however they want to say it. We might finish it up today. I don't know. All right. So has anyone been watching G-Quacks? I have really enjoyed the series so far. More than I thought I would. It's really starting to get interesting now. Didn't realize how dirty my hands were from cleaning parts. You've been watching G Quacks. Part of me doesn't want to spoil things, but part of me really wants to talk about it. I will say you can definitely see the Evangelion influence, because this one is, I think, either the suit style or the whole show is done by like the by the people who did Evangelion. So you can really see that style throughout everything between the Gundams and characters, paint schemes. It's all very much Evangelion-esque. Game wise, I'm looking forward to the new Super Robot Wars that's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna say not Xeon. It's gonna be Char. I have a feeling we're gonna see Char. It's gonna be like a Char slash Earth Federation. I don't think we've seen the end of the Earth Federation. And like not even all the colonies are loyal, so I just got this feeling. I can't remember his name, but like the captain of like the new white base or whatever, the Xeon white base. I really like him. He's probably like him and Machu are like my two favorite new characters. I wonder, the big question everyone has is, are we going to see Amuro? Are we going to see what's his annoying name? The woman's name that he always gets upset because people are like, isn't that a woman's name? The guy who pilots the Zeta. I can't think of his name at the moment. I wonder if we're going to see either of them. Yeah, Chalia's Bell, that was interesting. The Psycho Zaku was pretty, or the Psycho was pretty awesome. Oh, we're not done with these are still the side. Oh, didn't realize that. Interesting. Camille, yes. I couldn't think of his name because I don't want to think of him because it's stupid, in my opinion. I do not like. I'm not a fan of Zeta Gundam. I I found almost every character to be annoying, besides like Captain Blight. Or was he Commander Blight in that one? One of the two. See you, Robert. Great to have you in chat. But yeah, not a fan of Zeta. I'm not even a big fan of the design of Zeta, which I know some people are like sacrilege. I'm not the biggest like Universal Century guy. I mean, like my favorite Universal Century is Unicorn. Which for the longest time I didn't even realize was Universal Century. Excuse me. There's that. It's all cut out properly, and it just needs to pop in there. Okay. For some reason, a lot of these you gotta find like the right angle to put it in. I just hit the camera with my hat. There we go. And then this goes like easy. There we go. So that is the full side skirt. And it kind of can move a little bit. It's got like actually to make sure that like you can kind of like ride the horse with it. It's got a decent amount of bend to it, I guess. Bends more this way than anything. But it does go a fair bit. Yeah. So like if it's like that, and it's a decent amount. All right, let's do it all over again. So yeah, that's about all the excitement we have going on. Compared to some of the builds I've done recently, this one's pretty easy. Because finishing the Optimus, which the short came out this week, was pretty. That one was my hardest build to date, by far. And I think this coming Wednesday, the short I will put out will probably be Nemesis, I think. that, or I don't know if did I put out the painted Vidar yet? I don't know if I did. I think I did. All right. C6. No, it's got to be the other C6 then. C6 and D3. And we got another runner done. Yay. And 4. Excuse me. Throat's dry a little bit. Oh, I keep forgetting I got order Yoshi bugs tonight. Got order Yoshi bugs, and I got ordered the leveling thinner. Okay. Then I just gotta start doing some research on how different it is to spray lacquers compared to ooh, that one went on a lot easier compared to acrylics. E2 and D4. Two. Oh, there it is. But if I do the Banshee, then it won't. Banshee will be a straight build too. And part of me really wants to do a full like from build to paint, like the full process. Like the whole boring thing, like even the boring stuff, like putting everything on alligator clips. So I gotta see how I want to do alligator clips from now on. Because the way I'm doing it is probably taking way too long. Like if I'm debating if I'm gonna do it by instead of because right now I have various color electrical tape, and basically I use a legend to figure out like blue equals this color, and so like I'll and then on the tape because I'll put the tape on the alligator clip, and then I'll put like an initial of what spot it's supposed to go on. And it seems like that might be a little extra work. There we go. All right. G7 again and G3 again. G3 6. And this one. So thinking about it, I might do Providence Gundam on stream and do the full like build, paint, the whole chicken caboot, the whole thing. Or if I'm really crazy, we could do the Psycho Zaku if I get the part in and do that whole thing from build and paint. Do some, let you guys decide the colors. Moshi! Hope you're doing well, sir. We're just working on the waist of ZhaoYun. And if you don't know what ZhaoYun looks like, I will show a picture in a second. Because I'm just finishing up this side skirt. Come on. There. I guess that is all the way. You're working on your Vidar. That's cool. I really liked my Vidar. I thought, like, especially with the paint and everything, it came out rather well. So here's what we have of the waist so far done. This is the front. And then we got the two side skirts done. And here, let's see if this is what this guy looks like. We build the whole thing, the guy and the horse. So a pretty epic build. Thanks. Yeah, it went smooth. So Moshi, I am actually switching to acrylics. Finally taking the leap. So the full armor will be my last like complete acrylic build. But I already have the spray booth coming. I've got a couple Gaia Note paints coming, thinners, all the stuff I need. Or at least all the stuff I know I need. I'm very curious to see the difference, like if there's a big difference in painting lacquers versus acrylics. I just love the way acrylic or lacquers look compared to acrylics. They're just so much smoother. Okay. I'm not in the Discord at the moment. I kind of left all the Discords just for a little bit to take the majority of Discords just to take a little bit of a break from them. But eventually I'll be back on. But okay, there's those two. A1, 2. And then finally, G5. Just to clean up with your airbrush is a real changers. I remember with acrylics spending like a ton of minutes, 10 minutes cleaning your airbrush. I had it down to a science. I will say that like I got real good at cleaning airbrush. Like it's just like I could do like the color change I could do in about a minute, and then full end clean was like 10 minutes tops. I had it down to a science for the most part. But yeah, once I kind of figure out, how lacquers work and I get comfortable with them, then I'm going to explore like candies and all that type of stuff because I really like the look of candy. And I think with the right type of kit, candy looks awesome. The first paint job I'm doing is the purple green Evangelion design on a Zagat. So like the lower part is the darker purple. The the upper like body is the lighter purple, and then like the vents and stuff will be the neon green. So that will be fun. Yeah, I'll message you, make sure I have everything that I need. Here's my biggest question, and I see a lot of people do it, but I'm not sure if like you're supposed to do it. Like, does it like make the paint go bad faster? If I'll see people take like their full paint bottle of whatever paint they get, and they'll mix it with the the leveling thinner and put it into a bottle. Like, doesn't that like hurt the paint over time more? Because I did buy a bunch of paintballs for cheap. They're a little on the big side. And I guess my other question for you would be, what is my other question for you? You pre-thin all your paints? Okay. So then you put them in the bottles and there's no like, it has a very long shelf, even pre-thinned. Okay. See, that was my worry, is that the shelf life was going to be completely awful. I don't think I cut out the right piece. C32. And I totally did not cut out the right piece. Will I be using this piece? I will. Okay. Now complete loss. I don't think we're going to finish the waste today. We got about 10 minutes left. There's quite a bit to do still. So okay. And then what paint do you buy? Do you buy like Gaia Notes? Do you buy Mr. Color? Odekin? I don't know. There's like 8 billion different like lacquer paints. But of course, near me, like no one really carries any of them, so I have to like buy it pretty much all online. And like if you the thinner I have for it is the Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. And I'm hoping that works good with the Gaia Notes. I know technically you should probably get, like if you're doing Gaia Notes, you should get the Gaia Notes for, thinner. But I just had that thinner because I was going to use it for acrylics, but then I realized it had a very like strong smell, and that would not work at the time for acrylics. And so, okay. So, do you like? Am I good with using the Mr. Hobby leveling thinner with the Gaia Notes? Oh, you even add a retarder agent to yours? Wow. And then what see here. Mr. Color Leveling Thinner is the best metallic. I'm guessing is the best for metallics. And then Oh, you use the Mr. Color Leveling Thinner for most of them, and then for metallics you use Mr. Color Rapid Thinner. Is that how I'm interpreting that? Oh, okay. Uh, And so, like, my last kind of like big question is ratio. I've seen people say one paint to two thinner, and then I've seen people say one paint to three thinner, and I've seen 1 to 1. So I'm kind of curious what is your paint to thinner ratio? And I still gotta use some acrylics because man, I have way too many acrylics. I've bought way too many paints. And I know what you're gonna say. There's never too many paints, but there is. Okay. Gaia is 3 thinner to 1 paint. Mr. Color is 2 to 1. Most of the other brands that are Gaia knockoffs is mixed 3 to 1 also. Lovely. So I need to get, because I think I ordered 12 paints, and their Gaia notes are 50 ml. So I'm looking at 150 milliliters per paint bottle, which puts me at, I'm getting like 2.5 per 400 milliliters leveling thinner, if I'm doing my math correctly. The Gaia's standard is 15 milliliters. For some reason, I thought I had 50 milliliters. I'll have to check that later. I'm really hoping it's 15 milliliters because that would be a lot easier. But then I also got way too huge of bottles because I think I've got 250 milliliter bottles. I might try to cancel that. See if I can't switch them out to 100 milliliter bottles. Do I want to move on to the next step or not? I think I'm going to hold off on these steps because it's kind of like a whole, I'll get these 2 steps I can actually get done. K3 and E1. 20 milliliter. Okay. So yeah, if it's 3 to 1, then you're looking at 60. You're looking at 80 altogether. So yeah, I could get the 100 milliliter bottles. That's for that one. And then we can just cut out this one too right away. I will have to do that right after I'm done with this today. Help if I grab the right run. Well, if it's Gaia and you're saying 3 to 1, it would be 80 milliliters. If I'm doing my math correctly. Occasionally, I do math properly. Occasionally. Okay, you thin it to 60 personally. So then you're doing 2 to 1 with the Gaia notes. Because that's what I was probably going to start off with was 2 to 1. Which I mean, then 40, I'm getting 10 out of my leveling thinner. So I don't need to get one more leveling thinner. And what do you use to clean your lacquers? Do you just use the same leveling thinner or do you use like something else? See, everyone, we're learning today. I hate trying to find the angle at these. Like you have to find the right angle for these to like fit. And they're tight fits. There it goes. All right, so that goes like that. And that goes like that. I'm hoping that the lacquer primers or surfacers, whatever you want to call them, I'm hoping those are going to spray a lot better. Because man, the acrylic thinner primers, those things are just a pain to push through my through my airbrushes. It just even the 7 millimeter like has there's yeah the 7 the 7 millimeter one, even that one has trouble pushing it all through. Lacquer surfacer is awesome. because I did get a Gaia Note surfacer. I was able to find one gray. Like everywhere I looked, the black was sold out and the white was sold out, so I went with one gray one. And this is the start of the back part of the waist. All right, we're at the 1 hour mark. Moshi, I'll DM you later today after I finally get something to eat, and I'll ask a few more questions I have off air. Not that it mattered if it was on or off air. It's just time to end the stream. I like to keep it around an hour. So, but I want to thank everyone for watching. It was great having everyone in chat talking. And till next time, which will be Monday, be kind to one another, enjoy your hobby, and take time for yourself. Bye.